Yo, what's up, fellas? Happy Wednesday to you. Hope everybody's doing well on the Hump Day edition here of Winning Bets, where we talk some sports bets, and we have some fun along the way. And of course, we'll give you guys plenty of free bets along the way. Hope everybody's doing well on this Wednesday. Let's make sure we go ahead and recap yesterday, and then we'll get into those bets that we talked about right there. So let's do that. Throw up the recap there from yesterday. Wasn't good. Sadio Mane, he suffered an injury in the 20th minute. Got a little heartbroken there for Mane. Reports now coming out of France and Germany this morning that he's out of the World Cup. So Mane and Senegal is going to have a tough road now at the World Cup without Mane. So heartbroken right there for him and Senegal people right there. Harvey Barnes there of Leicester. He did not get a goal. He got an assist, but he did not get a goal. And Lewis Potter there of Brentford, he did not get a goal. He didn't do much of a goddamn thing in that game. So, yeah, we mentioned yesterday about maybe, staying away from soccer. And, guys, we were certainly reminded of that yesterday. I don't know if you guys follow La Liga yesterday in the game there between Barcelona. But Lewandowski, this story, if you weren't on the side of maybe staying away from soccer until the World Cup starts, this one may do it to you yesterday, because Lewandowski is not a player that's dirty by any stretch. Never really commits fouls. Hasn't gotten a yellow card all season. And yesterday in the first half, he picks up 2. Yeah, in the first half. Now, if you don't know much about soccer, if you get a red card, you're suspended for 3 matches. If you get 2 yellow cards, you're only suspended for 1 match. Every club still has 1 game between now and the World Cup, as they'll all be in action this coming weekend. A player like Lewandowski, who doesn't have any cards on the season and then gets 2 in the first half yesterday, yeah, that's a guy right there that wants a little bit of a breather before the World Cup starts, knows that if he's not injured and if he's not suspended, Xavi's going to go ahead and pick him, because if Lewandowski's always fit, you're going to go ahead and pick Lewandowski to be in your starting 11. So he took that in his own hands and said, no, I need a break before this World Cup starts. I'll go out there and just play a little dirty and get 2 first half yellow. So we were just given a another reminder of maybe staying away from soccer. I haven't started really diving into the Premier League games this weekend, but I think unless you compile maybe an under 4.5 goals parlay, thinking that these guys are sandbagging it and don't really give a crap between now and the World Cup, boy, I think maybe you probably just stay away from soccer this weekend, because Lewandowski just doesn't get cards. So, yeah, obviously tough stuff from us yesterday. I even put together a parlay on TikTok. I gave out, anytime goal scorers here for, what we do here. But on TikTok, I gave out a parlay, and even that fell 1 leg short. Weird stuff right now, obviously going on in soccer. So tread lightly. If you're willing to back any of these games today, there's plenty more EFL Cup games. There's games in the Bundesliga and La Liga and Serie A as well. But Lewandowski getting 2 yellow cards early, that may have taken the cake on maybe going ahead and stay away from that. But it's a new day. We're going to go ahead and get this thing back on track today. We've got to do that. Got to get this thing back on track. It's an NBA day for me. That's why I went ahead and busted out one of my favorite NBA jerseys. Got the Blake Griffin one on today. So let's jump in that comment section, see what you guys are up to this morning. And then let's talk some NBA first quarter action. And then let's also talk some NBA player props as well. What's going on, Brian? Ryan? Yes, sir. Do need a bounce back. I hear that. PK, what's up, man? But it's good to be back. How have I been? Well, I'm always good. Obviously, just showed the recap. Having a terrible betting week, but in terms of how am I doing, you guys know me. I'm pretty positive and pretty happy guy. So all good here. We'll be getting on TikTok a little bit later on there, PK. So you want to come join us on TikTok? We'll kind of hang out there, talk some NBA as well. So yeah, come on out there and hang out. Nice. You got a 3-legged parlay there in college football. Love to see that, Corey. I just threw on a jersey. It's Blake Griffin, baby. You know it, Professor. You know it's Blake Griffin. He's our guy. All right, let's go ahead and jump on into these bets for today's guys. Let's do that. A couple of these I've already tweeted. You guys know I did tweet, obviously, this NBA first quarter action there. Look, you've got, first let's talk about this Nuggets-Celtics 2-way parlay at plus 127. You got a Celtics team going on against the Pistons today. The Celtics are having 31 points in the first quarter, 30 points at home. Meanwhile, the Pistons are 26 points both what they average and away, which is 29th in the league. 29th. That's second to worst in the entire league. And the Celtics, from what they allow 3 less points than the Pistons do in the first quarter. So, and the Celtics are obviously at home, so you obviously expect an advantage right there with them being the home team. Flip it over to who they're parlayed with here, which is going to be the Nuggets. The Nuggets score 34 points, and they get a little bit of bump on the road. They score 34 points on the road in the first quarter. That's best in the NBA, both from what they average and what they do on the road. On the flip side, they get the Pacers team that is almost towards the worst in the league. They only scored 27 points, both on their average and at home, which is 27. So we're getting the first place team up against the 27th team. This seems like a complete mismatch. And even from what they allow from a defensive standpoint, the Nuggets allow 4 less points. The reason they allow 4 less points in that first quarter, because the Pacers are dead last in the NBA in points allowed in the first quarter. So this one's a complete mismatch there with the Nuggets, and we'll easily parlay them with the Celtics taking on the Pistons there at home. For the other one there, Cavaliers, they're taking on the Kings. The Cavs are great in the first quarter. They're scoring 31 points and 30 on the road, which is 4th best in the NBA. Taking on the Kings tonight at home, are 29 points and worse at the home. They're only averaging 27 points at home, and the Cavs have a much better defense. They're allowing 3 less points in the first quarter from a defensive perspective. So sign me up right there for a Cavs two-way money line at -150, and sign me up for a parlay between those Celtics and Nuggets at +127. Let's keep it going and talk some NBA player props. I got 3 NBA player props from you. One of them I tweeted out this morning, and the other 2 are obviously going to be brand new. Saddiq Bey, he's a guy that we know well from last season. We'll take him under 15.5 points, taking on that Celtics team that just has a really good, strong, elite defense. Celtics, in fact, are number 1 versus small forward position in points and field goal percentage, and they only allow 1.3 made three-pointers, which is absolutely big. You may think small forward. Every guy in the NBA always jacks up threes. So Celtics are number 1 versus small forward position. All right, I think Bay's going to have a little bit of tough going here tonight. And this one, you get a little bit of an added bonus. It could be a blowout. We know what blowouts mean. Maybe those starters come off the court in the fourth quarter, maybe help us out in the blowout. But blowout or not, I'm going to back the team that's number 1 in terms of how they defend that small forward position all day long. So give me Bey under 15.5 points. Let's run back Nurkic, who we got a cash with a couple Fridays ago. Let's do him over 12.5 points at -132. Again, back to our old friend that we got a cash. Tonight he takes on the Hornets, who are bottom 3rd in the NBA versus the center position in points, field goal percentage, and rebounds. And I love when I target the center position, getting all 3 of those. I want a team that, allows a lot of points, allows a high field goal percentage, and I always look for rebounds as well, because that's a chance for him to get some easy buckets off of missed shots. So Nurkic against the Hornets from the center position checks all the boxes. And his only start versus the Hornets last season, he got over 12.5 points. So look for him to do that again tonight. And then the other one, there's another one of our friends from last season, Nikola Jokic, over 23.5 points. They're going up against the Pacers tonight, as we talked about there in that first quarter money line. They rank in the bottom 5 in field goals and points allowed, and they rank in the bottom 10 in rebounds allowed to that center position. He went up against this Pacers team last season and got 37 points, did he? So well over 23.5. Look for him to have a nice night against the Pacers again tonight. So those will be the 3 NBA player props that we'll roll with tonight. Did you guys drop in any gems? Yeah, here we go. We got some gems up in here. Wendell Carter Jr., total turnovers over 1.5. Wow, I've not seen. Maybe that's an offshore book, or maybe that's just one local that you have. I've not seen anything here domestically with the legal U.S. sports books in terms of turnovers, but hell, maybe I'm missing it. Let me know what book you're on. Got to stick it to me. There was a report from Rappaport that says it's just a sprained elbow and maybe something that he can just kind of manage and tolerate. That being said, I would back the Vikings, obviously. Case Keenum's not going to get it done, but love where your hat's at. But yeah, what I will be, throw this back up here. Well, let's talk about this. The Bills the last 2 weeks have gotten shredded, and I mean shredded on the ground. You saw the Packers do it on Sunday Night Football, and you saw the Jets do it. Even look at that game-winning drive when they went down for the field goal. I had to rack my brain and maybe go look at the play-by-play, but they maybe only attempted 1 pass on that game-winning field goal drive. It was just straight run heavy and run it right down the Bills' throats. I think Dalvin Cook is going to be a great look this week, whether it's from a rushing attempts or a rushing yards. We'll see what those numbers are, but the Bills are not stopping the run right now, just getting gashed on the ground. So, again, I think Dalvin Cook may be worth a nice little look. Hey, you got to let me know what book you're getting that at, but it seems like a nice angle that you've got cooked up there. Let's go ahead now and throw up some more bets here. I talked about doing the World Cup coverage on SoBet, but I talked about if you're just here for the bets, you're not going to miss a damn thing. Well, you're not going to miss a damn thing, and I'm obviously not going to make you guys wait until the World Cup starts to go ahead and give these bets. I want you guys to get the same value I got. So we talked about all these yesterday. The one that's a non-future bet is obviously the first game that we talked about yesterday, taking under 2.5 in the very first match there. But I've got some World Cup futures where I put 2 units on each of these. So these are 2-unit bets on each and every single one of these. I think Argentina and England will both win their groups at plus 107. I think France and Brazil will also win their groups at plus 120. Costa Rica is going to finish last in their group at minus 143. And South Korea is going to finish last in their group at plus 125. Then I had to have a little bit of fun. The bottom one is not a 2-unit bet. It's just $5 as it says there on the screen. $5 to win $1,300. It's an absolute long shot, but got to have some fun along the way in this World Cup. Take Qatar, take Iran, Australia, and Ghana to qualify out of their group and into the knockout round. $5 to win $1,300. Got to have a little bit of fun right there. Obviously, the 4 above it are the ones where you want to really load up, put a couple of units on it. And because it's a future bet, that's why they get 2 units, right? Anytime you tie up capital for that amount of time, I think it's worthy of more than 1 unit. So we'll go ahead and put 2 units on those. Love those World Cup futures. Again, if you want any justification for that, down in this video description, you can get all the information to sign up on SoBet. And if you're not, and again, you're just here for the picks and the bets, you're not going to miss anything along the way. As I bet them, you'll get them right here. So that's how we'll do it today, fellas. Got to get back on track, as Corey said earlier on here. Or Ryan, sorry, it was Ryan that said that. My bad. Ryan, you're exactly right, Ryan. Need to get back on track. Going to take a step back from soccer and all the goofiness that's kind of going on and focus on some NBA today with some first quarter action and some NBA player props. So that's how we're rolling today, fellas. Do we add anything? We do got some arbitrage money, so if I'm just feeling maybe this afternoon to get some, soccer action, it won't be from a real unit perspective. Maybe we throw some arbitrage money at it. I think we've got about $17-ish, if I recall correctly, or what was on that recap. Yeah, we got $17.90 built up this week in arbitrage. So maybe we do something, but we ain't gonna do anything with real money in terms of soccer. I'm not gonna get burned by goofiness that we've kind of talked about. Real Madrid, Lewandowski getting 2 cards, literally no cards all season, and just bang bang in the first half. That was some wild shit. Yeah, that's a guy that had no desire to play this weekend. Absolutely no desire. So that's how we'll roll right there. All right, fellas, let's go enjoy our Wednesday. We'll let everybody go right now. Look forward to coming back on this seat tomorrow. We'll be in the green. We'll have some money in our pocket, and then we'll talk some Thursday night football and look to keep the action going on the Thursday night NBA slate as well. All right, fellas, appreciate you hanging out with me, guys, on this morning. Go enjoy your day. We'll catch you guys tomorrow.